3, 2, 1.
Boom! And welcome to Today, brought to you by Boss Unleaded. Go out and check out your Dove shells at bosshotshells.com. New copper waterfowl load will be coming out probably in the next 2 weeks. I am Jeff Stanfield with the locally known, the politically incorrect Mr. Andy Shaver.
I'm politically correct on everything.
Yeah.
Okay. This... I don't really know how much you're going to know about this. It happened in 81, but I don't know how much you were paying attention back then. Probably not very much.
I'm listening.
So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you.
No, just go ahead and give me a chance. People like this because I have people all the time tell me they enjoy trying to guess.
Nobody's going to guess this. An author killed a man. Do you know what that author's name is? In 1981. Led to a manhunt, and they found him in the oil fields of Louisiana.
It's not Stephen King. It's not Clive Cussler.
Nope.
It's not John Grisham. Abner Doubleday.
Nope. Jack Henry Abbott.
Damn it.
Captured.
I don't know who that is.
Exactly. Captured in the oil fields of Louisiana after a 2-month-long manhunt began after he killed Richard Aden at the Benibon restaurant in New York City on July 18th. At the time of the murder, Abbott had been out on parole largely through the efforts of author Norman Mailer, who convinced officials that this man had great writing talent. So basically what happened, Abbott spent most of his life in prison. At the age of 9, he was sent to a reform school in Utah. Soon after his release, 9 years later, he was arrested and convicted of forgery. While serving his time at the United States Penitentiary, Abbott killed a fellow inmate in 1966, although he claimed to have been defending himself from an assault. He received another 14 years. So in 1971, Abbott escaped jail, robbed a bank in Denver before being captured. Back in prison, he heard that Norman Mailer was writing a book about Gary Gilmore, who was on Utah's death row, and he began writing long letters to Mailer detailing mistreatments in prison.
Was Norman Mailer the one that wrote Days All in the Family?
No clue.
That was Norman Lear.
No clue.
Sorry, Norman Lear.
Mailer thought a lot about Abbott's writing talents and got the New York Review of Books to publish some of the letters. Random House then published Abbott's book, In the Belly of the Beast. Telling prison officials that Abbott had a promising career as a writer, Mailer offered to employ him as a researcher. On June 5th, 1981, Abbott was released to a halfway house in New York City. Although the New York literary crowd adopted Abbott, he found himself where he was most comfortable, and that is around crooks, living on the Lower East Side. 6 weeks into his parole, Abbott picked a fight with a waiter, Richard Aden, at the restaurant, stabbed him in the chest, killed him instantly. Abbott fled to a small Mexican village, but since he did not speak Spanish, he traveled to Louisiana, and then they eventually caught him on this day. Back in New York City, Abbott managed to get the minimum sentence for murdering Aden, 15 years to life, in part because Mailer urged the court to be lenient. So this guy sounds a little bit like a scumbag. According to Mailer, culture is worth a little risk. Subsequently, Abbott's notoriety grew even more, and his book became a bestseller. Then he died via suicide February 10th, 2002. That is my event that happened today. Now, my person who was born today, on the 23rd of September. Let me think here. He is regarded as one of the most influential musicians in history. He is often referred to by his contemporaries as the genius. He died at the age of 73 in 2004. He was born in 1930 in Albany, Georgia.
Give me one more hint.
They're going to give it away. Plays the piano.
It's not Liberace.
No, not Liberace. Plays the piano, suffered from glaucoma.
Ray Charles.
Ray Charles.
Oh, the greatest.
Ray Charles was born today in Albany, Georgia. Now, his mother... What a story. So,
Prostitute?
I don't know. So his mom name was Aretha.
Okay.
Wait a second. Hold on a second.
Urethra?
Hold on.
Aretha.
Hold on a second. Yeah, Aretha.
Okay.
During her childhood, her mother died. Her dad couldn't keep her, so she went to a man named Bailey, who her father worked with, took her in. Bailey raped her, and then she goes to New York to live with family. And then, no, she went to Greenville. Where does it say that? During the season, she left. No. Hold on a second. She went to Albany, Georgia, gave birth to Ray, and then she came back and lived with the guy that raped her and her wife and his wife.
Sound like she's a Democrat. I'm real short.
So then she has another kid named George.
Is that the one that drowned?
George is the one that drowns in the bucket at 4 years old. How deep that bucket is, I don't know. Ray gets glaucoma. He goes blind.
From the chemical they sprayed on the corn, supposedly.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
That's from the show.
That's what it's, yeah, when the show of Jamie Foxx. So then she pulls some strings and gets him into a school in Florida for the deaf and the blind. He did not want to go. Then his mother died in the spring of 45 when he was 14. Never went back to school. So he played the piano as a kid and then started playing at the Ritz and kind of moved all around. And then he said he modeled himself after Nat King Cole and just kept banging away on the piano. In June 1952, Atlantic bought Charles's contract for $2,500 or $30K in 2024. His first recording session for Atlantic produced The Midnight Hour and Roll With My Baby. That took place in September of 52. And I did not know this, but his career started to decline in the 70s and 80s because psychedelic rock started taking over. Less people wanted to hear that soulful music. And then he kind of has another emergence in the late 80s, and just everybody knows him for what he is now. Let's see here. Henry Pleasance calls him one of the most recognizable voices in America, behind Sinatra and Bing Crosby. So
amazing musician.
Amazing talent.
Great artist.
Amazing talent.
His America is amazing. Mm-hmm. Timeless.
All good. All right. My guy that died today is one of the best running backs ever that nobody really
John Riggins
talks about. Nope.
Uncle John. Okay. Give me
he is a black fella.
Well, that John Riggins is the only great running back that wasn't black. So
he was selected 4th overall in the 1965 draft, taken by the
Gale Sayers.
Okay.
Out of Kansas.
It's Gale Sayers.
Same year they drafted Dick Butkus.
Yep. So drafted by the Bears. He was also picked 5th overall by the Chiefs. After consulting with his wife, he decided to play for the Bears, signing with George Halas's Bears. His rookie year, Sayers scored an NFL record 22 touchdowns to be broken by O.J. Simpson. O.J. scored 23. Yeah, he's just a fucking stud.
Well, he only played like 5 years, didn't he?
Yeah. Blew out his right knee in 68, and then he blew out his left knee in 70. He tore his ACL, MCL, and meniscus in 68, which back in the 60s, that's pretty much a death sentence. So the fact that he even came back to play again says a lot about him.
He was a hell of an athlete.
Yep. He sued the NFL. What's that?
My damn cell phone.
Oh.
It's my text going on.
He sued the NFL in 2013 over concussions, which I don't really know how you do that. I mean, I understand that Technology isn't what it was back then. And like even Troy Aikman, I know you haven't watched, you really need to watch that show on Netflix. He just took it. Even back into the 90s, like these guys just took a pounding. And I mean, I don't know how, like, we didn't know back then. We know now, but we didn't know back then. And I don't see how you can sue anybody.
When does the lottery checks kick in that they were getting? I mean, you're getting paid millions of dollars a year to play a sport. You're playing a game, and you're getting paid millions and millions of dollars a year. Now, Gale Sayers didn't make $1 million a year, but he was making a whole lot more than the average person was. With that came the risk and reward, and that was the risk of what you were doing. Joe Namath blew both of his knees out also. Got paid a lot of money. Sharon Stone showed her snatch to everybody in the world. She got paid a lot of money. Now she's a victim from it, but she's lived that lifestyle for the whole time. Right. It goes with it hand in hand. I'm sorry that concussions is part of it, but that's why you were making a lot of money to run a ball when some other guy was was building a house making $5 an hour back then and had a good, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't feel sorry for any athlete. No different than a baseball player that gets hit by a ball. I mean, that's part of it. That's part of the risk and reward. You get paid multis of millions of dollars. If Dak Prescott tomorrow got hit and was paralyzed the rest of his life, he got paid $60 million a year. I don't want that to happen to anybody, but that's part of it.
Right. And then in 2017, his wife came out and said that he had been diagnosed with dementia 4 years prior. So in 2013, he got the dementia diagnosis. And then in 2020, September 23rd, 2020, he died from dementia, basically. I don't know how dementia kills you, but
I think it makes I think you just forget to breathe.
I don't know.
But anyway. I don't know either, but I think it just shuts your
While he remained
down.
physically healthy, the disease had an adverse effect on his mental health and memory in particular, making simple tasks such as signing his own name difficult. After suffering from dementia several years, he passed away. Like I said, I don't know what it does physically to your body, but
God bless Gale Sayers.
He passed away from it. One of the most physically gifted running backs of the time.
Yep.
So
I mean, to get in the Hall of Fame and only play 5 years tells you how great you were.
I think he was a leading rusher like all the years he was healthy. And then he had the movie come out.
Brian's song.
Brian Piccolo.
Yeah, that's a good song. It's a very sad show.
Never saw it.
So, of course.
Anyway, that's all I got.
All right. Thank y'all for listening to us. God bless you. Have a great day. Be safe.
Goodbye.